Hello, Anchorage Symphony friends and family. Sherri Burkhart Reddick, Executive Director of your Anchorage Symphony here, with a couple of announcements for you regarding the orchestra. Before I share news with you, I would like to extend a thank you to all of you who have supported the orchestra. The craziness of this last year has overshadowed many things. One of those is that this is the Anchorage Symphony's 75th season, a milestone for any orchestra. The pioneering spirit of those who called Alaska home in the 1940s recognized the value great music brings to all people and believed that a vibrant and growing city requires a vibrant and permanent orchestra. Since then, the Anchorage Symphony Orchestra has grown and progressed along with a remarkable community we are so proud to serve. We acknowledge that the ASO is only here today, 75 years after our founding, because of the incredible generosity and support of our community. Thank you particularly for your support this last year. Truly, our most challenging. It looks like financially we will be okay this season thanks to you, to CARES Act funds and programs that have been available to us, and to the generosity of our local family foundations, Atwood Foundation, Richard and Diane Block Foundation, Rasmussen Foundation, and the Carr Foundation. We are grateful to you all for your support and encouragement. It is exactly 1 year ago that the Anchorage Symphony Orchestra was last together in the Atwood Concert Hall performing for you. A lot has happened to us all since then. Last November, I shared with you in a video just like this, that after the devastating loss of our music director, Randy Fleischer, the Anchorage Symphony was determined to keep his legacy alive and that we would symphony on. And we have. We performed a classically unconventional concert for you in November, shared some fun nutcracker magic during Thanksgiving week, produced 41 films to share in our Happy Unconventional Holidays postings of musical treats every day in the month of December. We have continued offering musical treats in January and February and will continue into March with Cheerfully Unconventional, and even added a little unconventional silent film fun with a couple of silent films featuring our musicians. If you missed any of those offerings, you can still view them by going to the ASO website, www.anchoragesymphony.org. So now, the announcements. We invite you to join us on Saturday, March 6th at 7:30 p.m. for our second Classically Unconventional concert. ASO musicians perform solo and small ensemble chamber works, as well as a grand finale by the full orchestra. You will hear works by Britten, DeFaya, Monti, Mason, and Dvorak, as well as pieces by Jesse Montgomery, Florence Price, and Anthony Cerrone. This is a chance for you to see and hear ASO musicians up close in an intimate setting. You have a wonderful opportunity to enjoy performances by the trumpet, clarinet, cello, and percussion sections, a solo by pianist Susan Wingrove Reed, a string quintet comprised of all 5 of our ASO string principals, and a duet with principal keyboard Susan Wingrove Reed and soprano Gabrielle Purley. And then for the grand finale, the full Anchorage Symphony Orchestra will perform the Largo movement from Antonin Dvorak's New World Symphony. Most of this program was curated by Randy, and some parts have been curated by a new member of our ASO family, which leads me to my second announcement. The Anchorage Symphony is pleased to announce that Elizabeth Scholes has joined us as our artistic advisor. Elizabeth is the music director of the Maryland Symphony Orchestra and began her tenure there the same year Randy began his here in Anchorage. Elizabeth and Randy were longtime friends whose careers have intersected many times. In fact, during his tenure, Randy brought Elizabeth to conduct the ASO twice, once in 2004 to conduct Brahms Symphony No. 2, and again in 2016 to conduct Disney's Silly Symphonies. Elizabeth and Randy met at Tanglewood. They both became associate conductors at the National Symphony Orchestra. Both were music directors of the Flagstaff Symphony, and Randy had named Elizabeth as his principal guest conductor at the Hudson Valley Philharmonic. Elizabeth's title is Artistic Advisor, which is really another way to say interim music director. We look forward to being guided by Elizabeth's artistic leadership. We know she's an outstanding conductor, passionate musician, and an ardent advocate for music education. We know that Randy respected Elizabeth and trusted her with us and his other orchestras. And we believe at this time it is important and comforting to have an artistic leader who knew Randy and understands who and what we are missing as we take our next steps to heal, regroup, and advance. Elizabeth will introduce herself to you, our ASO friends and family, at our Classically Unconventional concert on March 6th. So another great reason to join us. And in addition to meeting Elizabeth and hearing great music performed by your Anchorage Symphony, the concert is free, thanks to the tremendous support from our community. With this email is a link to the Zoom webinar so that you will be able to see the concert, but you won't see the others watching and they won't see you. So again, feel free to be comfy, or if you want to, dress up and enjoy a night at the Symphony. From our homes and our Atwood Concert Hall home to yours, Classically Unconventional. We symphony on while the legacy of Randy Fleischer lives on in our work and in our dedication to bring great music to you and to every life in our community. Thank you. Be well, be safe, and stay connected. And we hope you will join us March 6th.